many times before, and although I am back once more, I don't know this place. 1,000 times I walk this way, but I can see when it's not day which path to chase. I've heard these flooded words before, but don't know what they mean no more. They've lost their sense.
My style of music is, I would say it's quite folky.
I like to play funk mixed with a bit of rap and some hip-hop influence and some rock, but mostly funk.
Probably someone who plays the piano, Cyber Ellis, for example, or Gavin DeGraw. It's more like pop slash. It's very ballady though. I make a lot of ballads. But I'm trying to like make more upbeat songs. It's hard.
Like I like rock music more.
Hard to find style, but mostly the death influence, I think.
Oh God, it's like the Clash going for a drink with the Waterboys, but knocking for Bruce Springsteen on the way.
Both, because like I'm inspired a lot by like animals and nature and stuff. So I would say both, because if I sit down to try and write a song, generally they're the kind of things that I write about.
Bit of both. Sometimes I'll be sitting somewhere and just, wanking on the guitar, and then suddenly a riff will happen and I'll be playing something awesome. And other times it's more I'll be trying to write something and I'll really think about it and just play different ideas over and over until something good happens.
Most of the times when I write songs, I have to if you have a melody or some lyrics in your head, then I have to work on some parts of it and have a couple of days and come back to it again, record it or write it down.
I like to think if something's good, you'll remember it. So if you can't remember what you've thought of or come up with in your head, then there's no point. It wasn't good enough to be a song anyway. People who are pretending to be someone they're not, things like that, just more sort of social things like girlfriends and people without your family and shit like that.
Yeah. It's mostly about things, people or my experiences or experiences friends of mine have had.
Yeah, I have tended to return to certain subject matters over and over again in my career. Political things. The royal family I've always written about, mainly because I find them so ludicrous. So I tend to always go back to that idea of a modern society still sustaining such a foolish proposition, and how it's just so basically unfair. So that's one idea. And the other one is, relationships, men and women, the great mysteries of trying to understand each other.
To blend styles in a way, and I think that's a good way to do it. And also I think if you have, like me, I have many idols and many bands I like to listen to and many artists, and so I think that's also a good way, because then you have many influences in what you're
inspired by all means, I'm inspired by all sorts of things, but they always tend to take place in a very strict pop format.
I think by listening to a wide range constantly, try not to listen to one band all the time, because then I tend to find that you'll write a song that'll sound a lot like that band. If you listen to someone's album straight through all the time, then eventually you'll end up sounding a lot like that.
I think all people get inspired in what they are doing, but I think, for instance, when playing music or being a creative artist, then you have another way of showing your inspiration, of sharing your inspiration with others.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's exactly the same thing. I think that there's that moment of spark, of fire, where it just comes out. And I was saying before during my talk, nobody knows where it comes from. You know, they've had academics working on it. What is inspiration? What is creativity? Why does music mean so much to human beings? Why do we get that feeling? Families let me down. Girls have let me down. My football team's let me down. Restaurants have let me down. But music has never, ever let me down.